Hi everyone, my name is Rose, and this is going to be all the books I got in 2020, which is quite a few books. Like, I thought I was, even with Christmas, Christmas doubled the books I got throughout the whole year, and it's like, I'm trying to get my reading, my books read percentage higher, and now it's just, dropping down. Before Christmas, my percentage was about 50%, which is not that good. So I'm hoping that maybe this next year I can read, but I don't think next year will jump up that much because I'm only reading 30 versus 50 books that I read last year. So let's just start getting into the books. I'll start with the ones I got for Christmas because I got quite a few for Christmas. I'll start with these. So I got Magnus, Chase, and the Gods of Asgard. I've never read this book. This is the first book, and I'm super excited to read it. I was interested in this because I like Norse mythology and stuff, and I love I love Rick Riordan's Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I've read that one, and then the other one, and I read 2 of the Trials of Apollo. I can't remember the name of the second 5-book set. I have them on my bookshelves back there, but yeah, I'm really excited to read more from him because I really like these kind of mythological books. And yeah, I don't know how many of these there are out. I need to see, but I'm excited to read this. This looks like a thick boy though. Yeah. So next I got specials, which some of these I help my mom pick out Christmas presents at the thrift store, and then so some of these I actually picked out for myself to be wrapped for Christmas. So like this one I picked out for myself because I already have the first 2, and this is the 3rd one. I still don't have extras. I would love to get extras, but I'm super excited to get this, and then maybe I can get extras eventually and do that. And I have this book, which is called Ice On by Kristen Amani Kazai. I don't know how I would pronounce that, but I'm probably pronouncing her name wrong. But this sounds so interesting because I read the back of it. I was like, oh my god. There's this girl. She has the power to switch genders suddenly, and which is a rare thing and can be punished by death. And I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so excited. And she is to go and try to save her, I think it was her twin daughters, if I'm remembering correctly, and they also have the power or something. She had at least one child. I can't remember if, yeah, infant twins. Yeah, and they also have the power. I'm like, oh my god, I want to just read about how this power works and figure out how she saves her children, because I love everything about this. I'm so excited. Okay, and then I just threw that one. Then I have this book, which is The Sisters Grimm by Michael Buckley. The Fairy Tale Detectives. I guess this is a series. I've never heard of it. I don't really know what it's about. Probably something about fairy tales because it's Grimm, and it reminds me of the Brothers Grimm, but that's the Sisters Grimm, but I don't know. So yeah, this one I just looked at and I didn't read the back, so I'm I don't know. Okay, so next 3 books I got for Christmas is I got 5, 6, and 7 of the 39 Clues, which I have 1 through 4. So I'm really excited to get more of these. These are really quick and fun reads, and I love them. It's really interesting because they're all written by different people. I think there might be some authors who get doubles, but I don't know exactly because I don't have all of them out. I think there's 11 books in total, so now I have 4, 5, 6, 7. I could have just been 7. 7 out of the 11, which means I'm only missing 4 more. So maybe I can finish those. But yeah. And then the last set that I got for Christmas, which is, this is something I picked out for myself because I saw it at the thrift store. I was like, oh my god, I need these. But it's A Song of Ice and Fire by George R. R. Martin, also known as Game of Thrones. But the series is called A Song of Ice and Fire. That's the name of the series, so call it that. But I have the first 4 books now, and I'm so excited. These are a little bit worn, as you can see, around the edges, but I don't really care. And they're paperbacks. I prefer paperbacks over hardcovers, too. And I love these. They are thick, boys. So, like, look at those. These are thick, and I'm so excited. I don't know exactly how many there are in this series. I think there's at least more than this. I think there's at least 6, if I'm remembering correctly, because I looked up once. But, yeah, I can read these, and I'm so excited to read them. Because, like, I watched most of Game of Thrones. I think I did watch, like, the last episode or 2, something like that. I don't know. I just kept losing interest in it, because every time I watched a couple episodes, I would look up lore, because it would mention one thing, but I wouldn't elaborate on the one thing. And so I kept just pausing and being like, I got so much more into the lore than, like, whatever was happening on the show. I didn't really like the show. It was boring. Like, it mentioned the one guy who got married to the one girl or whatever, and she was from this place, and it doesn't mention about the place really. And I was like, oh, let me look up this map. And I kept having a map on the side view so I could, like, see where these things are and stuff. And I'm like, I'm so excited to read these. And I don't know how many of these I will get into the next year, like, get to. But yeah, and then that's all the ones I got for Christmas, which is a lot. And then next I got The Warrior's Heir, which is probably also, I think my mom found it secondhand too, which I have the second and the third book, so I'm really excited to have the first book so I can actually read it and get started on it, because I tend to find the second books super frequently, and then I can never find the first books. Like, do people just keep first books and then they get rid of the rest of them? Like, why are, like, second books so much easier to find than first books? I don't know. But, yeah. I'm really excited to read this. This might be one that I pick to read next year. I don't know. I think out of all these books, besides the one, because one of the ones I got in 2020, I am currently reading. But besides all of those, I think I'm probably most excited for Game of Thrones. There's one more that I'm really excited for. I'll talk about that one next, which is Mirage by Somaya Drod. This cover is so pretty. I got this from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree has been killing it with books so lately. But I am so excited. This is like about a girl who gets hired because she looks like the princess, and the princess is hated by a lot of people, so she asks like a body double for the princess. And I'm so excited to see how this plays out. So, see if she escapes, see if maybe the princess is not as bad as everyone thinks, or something. I don't know. And the cover is just beautiful. Like, look at this purple and gold. Like, purple is just beautiful. You see this cover? It's beautiful. Okay. Now I'll talk about the few books I did read last year, because I have read 3 of the books I got last year too, which is The Hawk, Read Prophecy, and if you want to know about these, I'll like link the books I read ones, because I think there's 3 videos, but I talk a little bit about them. That one, and Bradshaw's Sisterhood Everlasting, which is part of the Sisterhood the Traveling Pants series. And then Gilded Cage by Vic James. So those are those 3. And then this is this book I also got in there. And I'm currently reading it. That's why my like janked up bookmark is there. Like, these have such pretty feathers, and they're just like all bent and stuff because I've been using it. I've been reading so much. Like, I used to have 2 of these little, like, ones, and it just fell off. Let me hold that up. But this is the Captain's Daughter by Meg Mitchell Moore, and it's about this girl who grew up in Harbor City, and her dad was a lobster fisherman person, and she had to, and then when she grew up she like moved away, but now that she's an adult she has to come back because her dad's like really sick, and like it's about her viewing things in a different way now, kind of now that she's older and like all that jazz. So I'm really enjoying it so far. I think I'm only like a third of the way in. So like I'm reading this pretty slowly right now, but I don't know. I'm enjoying it right now. Then I got this book. I found this secondhand. I'm so excited I did because this is just so hard to find. This is The Never Ending Story by Michael Ende. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but this is like, it's translated by Ralph Mannheim because the original story is in German. I think it's German, which apparently the author and both the translator are dead already. So like, yeah. But I'm so excited because I've seen the movie, at least the first 2. I think there's more than that, but I am so excited about this book. Like, look at that. This is so pretty. And like, I'm excited to see how it differs from the movie and stuff. And I'm hoping there's like more info and like all that stuff, because the movie, the books are usually way better than the movie, and usually has so much more stuff that's just so much more exciting. So good. My mom gave me this book, which is The 9 Lives of Jacob Tibs. It's about a cat. I don't know what like, and I like cats, and it's orange. It's an orange little tabby cat, and I haven't had an orange cat in forever. But the only orange cat I know is my sister's cat. His name is Golem, but he's like way lighter than this. He's like a blonde orange. But yep, he's old too. He's like 10. No, he's like more than that. He's like probably 13 or something. Golem. But yeah, he was named after Lord of the Rings, Golem, so that's who he's named after. And I got Suez Children's A Daring Rescue in Nazi Paris, and by Anne Nelson. I'm super excited for this. I've been, like, last year I read a lot of like historical kind of, well, not a lot. Like, I read some historical things and I really enjoyed them. So like, I was like really into this. So I'm like, oh, I'm excited to read this eventually. I probably won't get to very many of these this next year, but we'll see. And then next I have James P Baylock, the Lessifold Skull, A Tale of Langdon St. Ives, but it says steampunk legend, and I'm just like, I like steampunk. Like, steampunk is really cool. If anything has like steampunk or nautical or like pirates or like magic, like that's my stuff. Like, I just want all of that. I love that stuff. So like, yeah. So I'm excited to read it. Basically, I read steampunk and then I picked it up. I don't really even know what it's about. It's about a scientist and stuff, which is super cool. And then another book This is the Queen of Swords by R.S. Fletcher. And it's about a pirate princess or something. I think it was like about a pirate princess or something, and it just looks so cool. And the cover looks amazing, and like I love this. Like if I got rid of this, I would probably keep the dust cover just because it's beautiful. Like this dust cover is just gorgeous. I love it. But I would feel weird parting with the book when keeping the dust cover. That's just kind of weird. But I'm just like, oh my god, I want to make a copy of it and hang it on my wall. The last book is is Seriously Hexed by Tina Connolly. I don't know. This is actually not the first book in the series, but this is a series about witchcraft, like a teenage witchcraft. It looks kind of similar to I was watching this one show recently, which was about it was like The Bad Witch or something. What was it called? I don't know what it was called, but it was like Millie, I think was the main girl. I think her name was Millie or something like that. Mildred, maybe. Something. And then she's like, finds out she's has magic abilities and stuff. When her mom was not magic ability, then she goes to this school and she gets turned into a toad in one episode. I only watched a couple episodes of that. I don't remember what it's called. But it's on Netflix, and whatever it's called, it's about like little girls, so like, and it's only girls, I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, kind of reminded me of that. I was like, oh, I want to read this. So yeah, so this is the second book though, so maybe I might just read this, because sometimes I read second books even though I don't have the first, if I'm not sure if I'm gonna like absolutely love it. If I know I'm gonna absolutely love it, then I wait until I have the first book. But like if I'm like not sure, then sometimes I read the second book. But we'll see. So yeah, that's all the books I got, which is like, I think I counted 23, which is a lot. I'm hoping next year I don't get more than 10, especially because I'm only reading 30 next year, and like if I get another like huge set like that, I won't be able to even put it on my bookshelves. Like after this, I'm gonna reorganize my bookshelves. I don't think even all of these will fit. I think at least half of them will, but I don't know how many of these will have to not fit on my bookshelf. So we'll see. We'll see how many fits and stuff. But yeah, that's everything I have to say or whatever. So hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know how many books you got, or if you got any books or any books on your wish list or anything like that. So, but